friends, happy Wednesday. So today we're going to be reading Giraffe Asks for Help by Nyesha Jawar. Okay, Giraffes ask for help. Good morning, Gary Giraffe exclaimed as the sun came outside his window. Today was Gary's 6th birthday, which was a big deal for giraffes. He would finally be tall enough to reach the best leaves from the giant acacia trees. He ran to look in the mirror and saw that his circle and square-shaped spots were getting darker. "Yes, I'm getting older," Gary yelled with glee. Gary's dad looked over at him and shook his long neck. "Gary, your baby sisters are still sleeping. Can you quiet down? And happy birthday, son." "Thanks, Dad," Gary yelled again. He looked back in the mirror and stuck out his super long tongue. "I can't wait to get leaves with you." Gary's dad shook his neck again. "Let's go, Gary. The early giraffe gets the good leaves." As Gary and his dad walked along the neighborhood, animals wished Gary a happy birthday. Gary had the biggest, widest smile on his face. "Happy birthday! Happy 6th birthday, Gary! Happy birthday, dear Gary!" Ty Tickbird flew over and landed right on top of Gary's head. "Happy birthday, good friend of mine," he squawked in Gary's ear. Tickbirds hang out with giraffes a lot. They eat the bugs off of them and let them know when trouble is near. Ty was Gary's best friend in the whole world. "Ty, I'm finally going to be able to eat the good leaves today." "I can't wait," Gary said happily. Ty smiled. He'd known Gary all of his life, and one thing he knew for sure was that Gary was super duper clumsy. He was always stumbling over his skinny legs. Gary and his dad reached the acacia tree that most of the tall giraffes ate from each day. "Okay, Gary, reach for the greenest, shiniest leaves you can find," his dad said. Gary nervously stepped up towards the tree, tripping a little on his way there. Gary got on his tippy toes and pushed out his long neck for some scrumptious-looking acacia leaves all the way at the top. Closer, closer, splat! "Ouch!" Gary's dad and Ty said as they covered their eyes. Poor Gary couldn't reach. Gary got up and tried again. He stuck his long tongue out first, then pushed his neck up. Plonk! This time, he fell sideways. "Okay, Gary, that's enough. Let's try again tomorrow," Gary's dad said. Gary walked with his head down the whole way home. Better luck next time, Gary," Ty screeched, trying to cheer his best friend up. Gary stared out his window as the other giraffes his age were eating leaves from up high with no problem at all. "Whew," Gary said. "If they can do it, why can't I?" He wouldn't give up. But suddenly, Gary had an idea. He rushed in and out of the house, gathering up a bucket, a wagon, and a stool. "This should do the trick," Gary said as he dragged his items back towards the trees. The other giraffes stopped chewing to see what Gary was up to. He put the wagon down, the stool on top of the wagon, and the bucket on top of the stool. And Gary put his first hoof on top of the wobbly stool and then got up on the second one. And then, what do you guys think is going to happen to poor Gary? Do you guys think he's going to be able to stand up on top of that? It looks really wobbly. Crash! Gary came tumbling down. Help! Ty called to Gary. Help! Gary asked. Yeah, Ty said. When you can't do something all by yourself, you ask a friend or a family member to help. Help! Ty, I'm 6 years old. I should be able to reach the leaves alone, Gary pouted. I am 10 years old and I still ask my mom and dad for help with hunting, Chris Cheetah said. I ask for help too, Eli Elephant trumpeted. Sometimes I need help scratching my back. I'm 30 and I ask my friends for help with my mane, Larry Lion roared as he walked up with his pride. Gary smiled. He really wanted to reach the leaves himself. But if all those animals could ask for help, he could too. Help, said Gary. Gary was excited to test it out. Okay, friends, I need help, said Gary. He explained how he kept falling over when he tried to reach the good leaves. So Gary, Ty, Chris, Eli, and Larry all put their heads together. We've got it, they yelled together. So was it a good thing that he asked for help? Yeah, all his friends are helping him. So let's see if they're able to help Gary reach the good leaves on the acacia tree. Armed with a plan, Gary and his friends went straight to the acacia trees. Gary stood under the biggest, fullest tree he could find. Chris climbed up the tree and pushed down a branch where the group was standing. Eli and Larry wrapped a trunk and arms around Gary's legs to keep him from falling, while Ty directed Gary to the best leaves. Gary stretched his neck as far as it would go. Closer, closer. He got it, and they were the juiciest, sweetest leaves he had ever tasted. So was it a good thing that Gary asked for help? Was he able to reach the leaves? Yeah. So is it okay to ask for help when you need it? Of course it is. Everyone still asks for help. Let's get back to the story. Cheers ran out from onlookers. Gary was full of leaves that night and the happiest giraffe in town. He now knew that whenever he was in a bind or stuck in a rut, all he had to do was ask for help. And there are his friends cheering him on. The end. So, you guys can always ask for help whenever you need it from a teacher, from your friends, from your parents. Just always remember, don't be like Gary, ask for help. Miss Jamie loves you guys. I hope you have a wonderful spring break. I will see you not next Monday, but the Monday after that. Bye.